So when we're sitting in front of our quote twin, right, and we're giving them our data, does it help to give them maybe our competitors' data as well?
Yeah, I think pulling in your competitors, it's interesting. Our twins too, you can, it will actually suggest competitors, and then you can have it evaluate them and say, this is what I really like about this competitor. And that's something to say, oh, wow, they said that they really love that there's testimonials on the homepage. We don't have any, so we've got to do that. And so I think, really giving them that ability to give you insight into what they're seeing about your market is a key point as well, for sure.
Ugh, this is so good. But if we circle back here, because we got into the details of understanding the twin, right? And how to gather information and help you be better marketer with that. The ultimate idea is still going back to asking, well, what does the customer really want?
Yeah.
Right? And how you can then with this data come back and go, well, it sounds like customer, you're looking for this and this and that. And then you're a lot closer to that testing mark. So then those people start raising their hands more often and your marketing dollar goes farther, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that because I think some people can be skeptical of what AI produces. But I found a really unique benefit to it is that I don't know about you if you've ever done customer surveys or spoken to them, but they tend to hold back or they over, positive, have little rose colored glasses on. Because if you say like, what could I do better? They're going to be like, oh, you were great, but maybe, you could have gotten me coffee faster, right?
So
It's
then you spend thousands on coffee and that's
yeah,
not what they
right.
wanted.
And the interesting thing that I see with AI is if you train it right and you ask the right questions, and it's using so much information, it can actually provide you these really great insights that you might not get from asking someone directly. And one of the reasons I think that too is there was a book years ago from someone at Google where it talked about, no one is honest in surveys, even if they're anonymous.
Exactly.
But where they are honest is in Google searches. And if you would look at someone's Google search, it would tell you everything because they don't lie in a Google search. If
How
you're
funny.
looking to figure out your health, you are writing in your exact symptoms. But if you go talk to the doctor, you might be a little embarrassed.
Wow. What an insight. I've never heard that one before. That's powerful. But to kind of circle back to your testimonial and surveys things, it's like every one of my testimonials, like they didn't give me the answer I was looking for, right? So I'm like, do I coach them? Do you mind if I zhuzh this up for you? Can I fix this because you rattled on about something else and I really wanted to point out this part of it? I mean, they're never, that's why it's like I don't put a
Human
lot of weight in
nature.
testimonials, right? Or even the Yelp reviews, because if your pizza was delivered cold, they gave you a one when the pizza 99.999% of the time and you replaced the pizza and they still gave you a one, right?
Yep.
So, eh, but I think that having that twin to really drive that information, not to go back into your AI, but to go back into your AI, right? It just wow, that really gives you the stuff that you really want to make that decision because they're not going to tell you the truth anyways.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting, and I always tell people I like the balance, right? Like we have the ability that you can send a survey out and grab some information. I think it's good to gain real feedback, take transcripts of calls and summarize them. And so real information is good. But I also think letting AI do some of the things that it can be really good at, which is, be unbiased, really look outside the box and say, you can prompt it correctly to really have it think like that person, but give you the answers that you might not typically get from them.
Mm.
And so I think like that balance is so powerful that for people that say like I only want to hear directly from a customer and I don't trust AI, that's the wrong answer. And I also think for people that say like I'm only going to use AI and I'm I'll ignore my customers. That's the wrong answer too.
I love the balance line because we both know that there are many customers or real many listeners that do believe that, right? And I think having that balance gives you that blend of both, right? As you said.